Hi, I'm Jessica Lund. I'm the maker of Project 11, and today I'm going to tell you the behind the scenes of how I made it. I got the idea after watching season 2. It couldn't have ended better, and that got me wondering, if this was the end of Stranger Things, which takes place in the 80s, then what might that world look like in the present day? I started brainstorming how developments in technology might change the way that people fight the Mind Flayer and contain the Upside Down. Also, given that the original characters would be in their 40s by now, I wondered how they might pass the knowledge of the Upside Down to their children. I decided to tell the story from the point of view of one of the children, and allude to the complications that might occur of being exposed to the Upside Down over and over again. After the story became clear, I started working on how to capture it. Though a short film, there are many significant moments as well as many apparently mundane ones. I needed all of them to tell the story effectively. I storyboarded how the story would unfold, which helped me hone down these moments, and it also helped me to figure out the camera framing and angles that would provide movement and interest. Then I created a list of these shots for reference. I would show you the one that I printed and actually used on site, but because we moved a year ago and I've reorganized my room like 50 times since then, I've managed to misplace it for the 400th time. So here is the shot list I made. In total, I planned for about 60 shots and ended up filming about 58 because I had to scrap a few of them. I also filmed all but 3 of these shots in the span of 2 days. Case in point, this helped me stay on track and remember everything I wanted to film. However, I wanted to make sure I could film everything, so I did some digging. I reviewed my storyboards and shot list to consider any special effects, props, and locations that I would need to pull it off. Then I researched possible solutions, including masking in After Effects and the basics of green screening. I also considered the materials and buildings I had readily available for the final sequences, including the scenes with the elevator and the gate and the mech pack. Now, this was a Stranger Things fan film, but I wanted to keep the homages subtle. In the apartment scenes, there's a radio on my desk and a string of Christmas lights on the wall, which incidentally had been there for months already, so all I had to do was change the camera framing slightly so that it would appear in the background. Because I invested this much time and energy prior to filming, the day of actually went really smoothly. My film crew and I arrived on location in the morning and did all the outdoor shots that appear in the later part of the film. We also filmed the indoor sequences of the protagonist switching to battle-ready mode. We then packed up and relocated to the apartment to film the earlier scenes, making sure to stop for a lunch break. The only shots we didn't get that day involved the green screen because there was a stronger breeze than we expected. We made up these shots the next day, using a backyard largely sheltered from the wind. The other 3 shots were shots that I just plain forgot the day of, but since they weren't dependent on location, it didn't really matter. I made up those shots a few weeks later, making sure I color matched them to the shots before and after to make sure they didn't look out of place. All the digital resources I used are free to download with free commercial licenses. To access the freebies at Production Crate, all you need to do is make an account, which is also free, and then you're good to go. These gave me the tools not just to create the appearance of an alternate dimension, but also the supernatural sounds to go with it. To show you how useful these tools are, here's a few before and after shots. This is the raw footage where the protagonist comes through the gate. This is the same footage after applying a vine texture to the walls and ground and adding floating particles. Then I masked out the gate and played with the color balance until it matched what we see in the show. However, there are also effects hidden in plain sight. We filmed the helicopter sequence with 3 different cameras, so I had to do some color matching to make them look consistent. Also, nothing about the Upside Down was filmed. It was completely fabricated by splicing together images of trees, clouds, and hills. The only real thing about those shots is myself and the props that I was using. The axe came from a previous project, and we made the mech pack the night before. Fun fact, it's made of random connectors, plastic bottles, and wood. And duct tape. Lots of duct tape. So that's it. That's how I made Project 11, with lots of planning, hard work, and help. If you have an idea for a short film, don't be afraid to pursue it. Check out the list of resources below. There's loads of stuff out there that can help you. You just need to go and find it. Alright, I'm done now. I have to get back to writing my novel series. See ya!